cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
All right, here comes Speed Racing. I think that fool was on speed.
You watch the old cartoons, it had to be on Speed because everyone talked like this because it was very important that Speed was the #1 racer in the world and no one could beat him.
This movie is not for epileptics. That much is for certain.
That's true. I had a seizure right in the middle.
This movie is like watching your friend play a cool video game on a 50-inch screen and they won't let you have the controller.
This is a really bizarre, very surreal, strange movie that is destined to become that stoner pit.
Speed Racer is what, a 60s anime cartoon?
Yeah. When it's like maybe the earliest. Nobody was more excited about this movie than me because Speed Racer is one of my all-time favorite cartoons. Astro Boy, Gigantor, then Speed Racer.
And then Speed Racer.
But Speed Racer was the most popular. There was Snake Oiler, the Motorcycle Apaches, the Car Acrobatic Team. There's even stuff where I'm like, I wonder if they can remember that Pops Racer used to be a wrestling champ. And like, sure enough, they had it in there. Racer X was the first really cool superhero or cartoon character.
Because
he was dark and troubled.
That character was the first really badass mask guy in the 60s.
They caught plenty of the elements, except they missed like the main element to Speed Racer, and that is the speed. I could have fell asleep in between the dialogue. And half the reason this movie is so long because in the final race, Speed flashes back to every scene that happened in the movie up to that point. So it makes the movie twice as long.
Every time somebody was told the simplest thing, they had a flashback. Like if you ask me, Corey, you want some orange juice? I remember orange juice. I was 4 years old and my mom gave it to me fresh squeezed. And then they go through your whole life after that.
I mean, I just got to face it. Maybe I'm just too old, but these all green screen CG movies just don't do it for me.
My question to you guys is this. When you were driving home, did you guys get a case of the Leadfoot when you were driving? Did you?
No.
Anybody else? Because I know I hopped on my scooter and I took off and it was, and that set the, dude, it was like, here comes Carlisle, he's a demon on wheels.
He's going 35. I did not get a case of the Leadfoot because they do not drive in this movie. They pretty much, they spend more time up in the air than they do on the actual track. They do karate with cars.
A misfire trapped Speed Racer, causing a collision. Uh-oh, look out.
Ooh, that kid is wily. For the first half of this movie, I felt that it was really hollow. There was no soul to it, that it really was just people surrounded by colors and a surreal experience. Although, I gotta admit, the second half of the movie, I really got into it. I felt it really picked up the pace. They finally developed some weight to the story. I'm gonna say, as far as the summer film goes, this is a full price.
I think kids will love it.
Yeah.
And I can't begrudge them that. It just didn't do it for me. I'm going to go rental on this.
Unfortunately, your kids are going to run off for these 10-minute sequences that keep happening when absolutely nothing happens in it. Regardless of that, I enjoyed the effects and the racing. I thought it was fun. It kept getting me back into it. I'm going to give it a low matinee.
No, at times it can be colorful, it can be a lot of fun. I thought they even did a good job at bringing a live-action cartoon to the screen. I really like the music in this movie, but overall, it's just a little bit too long, and a lot of stuff could have been cut out if they just avoided a lot of unnecessary dialogue. So I'm going to give this a really low matinee myself.
I truly believe that Speed Racer didn't even exist in that world that they created. I think that Speed Racer is just a dude who's seeing all these colors because he took too much acid and is in a mental home somewhere with a steering wheel in his hand, something with slobber coming out of his mouth.
It's just some tripping dude with a PlayStation, dude. I'm telling you.